What's up, Gear 8? My name is Sinatra. I play for the San Francisco Shock. I'm a DPS player, and today I'm going to be showing you my equipment and my in-game settings. Yeah, I use the G Pro Wireless, the Logitech G Pro Wireless. I use it because it's wireless, obviously. I don't like the wire like tugging. It feels like really not like unnatural during games. And it's also really light, and it has like a 1 millisecond response time or whatever, like the fastest one. So, and like the best sensor. So that's why I use it. It's medium size too, which is like pretty good for my hand. But mostly because it's wireless. Yeah, for me, I'm weird with my grips. Actually, I have different grips for like a lot of heroes. Like, so for Soldier, like if I'm playing Soldier 76, I would palm my mouse, which is like this. I would palm it like that. And if I'm playing McCree or Widow, I claw my mouse, so I play like that, basically. And when I play like Doomfist or Tracer, then I play like this. Or Doomfist, I play like this. Like it's like a mix of claw and palm. And then when I play Tracer, I do like fingertips, so I play like this, like just on my fingertips. So yeah, I'm a very weird case. I don't know why, but it's like I feel like I'm the best at those heroes with those mouse grips. So yeah, I don't like mind which type it is, like if it's for right hands only or for both hands. Like as long as it just feels comfortable to me, because like before I use like the G403 and the Death Adder, which are both like right-handed only. So it's just anything that feels comfortable to me, basically. I customize one thing. For my mouse, I take this out. This is like a removable like magnet thing that you could take out, and I play with this out because I want it to be like the least weight possible on my mouse. So I take that out and always play like that. Yeah, so basically I use the K63 Corsair. I think I just use it because it's red switch, and I think red switch has like the fastest like activation something, like the highest actuation point. And I really like the like feel of the red switch. I don't use blues because they're just like annoying and clicky. And browns are like too mushy. So like this one gives a really good feel, and I just like red switches in general. So yeah. Yeah, I use a 10 keyless keyboard because like there's a lot of like LAN setups, especially like at my home. I know I'm gonna have enough space on my desk for everything, but when you're going to like a tournament or like at a LAN in Overwatch League, especially with like traveling next year, there might not be enough desk space like during matches because everyone's set up in a straight line. So you want to have like the smallest like compact setup possible. So 10 keyless is like makes that like way easier for me. So for my headphones, in Overwatch League, we use these headphones because they're like, think of it as like helicopter headphones, basically. Like when you put them on, you like almost can hear like actually nothing. Only when the crowd is like really, really, really loud, you could hear with these on. But like other than that, they're like so noise canceling, which is like perfect for the Overwatch League and the players, because like we don't want to hear this like outside noise or the crowd while we're playing. But at home, I use the Sennheiser GSP 600 Professional. I just use it because it's like it's basically the same, but just not as noise canceling, and it has a really, really high quality mic and headphones and all that. And for my monitor, we use the same thing in Overwatch League, and in our practice rooms we have the same monitor. It's the Omen X25F monitor, and I use this monitor basically because it's 240 hertz refresh rate, which means it's like the fastest refresh rate, because 60 hertz is like actually impossible to play on. Like if you're playing on 60 hertz, you need to get a 240 hertz monitor, trust me, or 140 for anything higher than 60, because 60 is disgusting. So yeah, this is a must need. Like this is the first thing you should upgrade in your setup. So the size of the monitor is 24.5 inches, which is the area you should stay around if you're like trying to actually like be the best you can be in video games, because like if you have like a 28-inch monitor, like a really like big wide monitor, then like you won't be able to like see anything in your like everything on the screen, like but this is like the perfect size. It's not like too small, it's not too big, so you could see everything that's happening. So that's why we use 24.5 inches. And for my mouse pad that I use the Corsair MM400 hard pad on top of the Logitech G640 cloth pad. I honestly don't know why I use a hard pad. I think it's just because like my personality and everything around, like I have ADHD and I like to just move around, and I hate feeling like slow in anything, and like cloth pad, it feels like kind of muddy at times during the game, and hard pad feels like really just smooth and like really fast reactions for everything, and like I can move whenever I want, like whenever I want, it feels like. So that's why I use a hard pad. And like I'm playing like Doomfist currently, so it's like I don't have to like do some crazy tracking or anything. But like when I played Zarya in GOATS, stage 1, 2, and 3, I played on the cloth pad because like I had to focus on a lot more aim. So yeah. I put the hard pad on top of my mouse pad in the top left corner, because I want my like, so I play like this basically, and I don't like this part of my arm being on like any tables that they provide us, like wood or stuff like that. Then like my arm feels like it gets sticky on it, like when it gets like sweaty, if it's like there for like too long, like 10 minutes, then it'll be like really sticky. So I put the mouse pad on like the very bottom of the table, so I have that glide on my arm as well. And for the chair I sit in a OP seat. So if you have a 60 hertz monitor for your whole life, and you just bought like a 144 or a 240 hertz monitor, then you want to first have a display port in, okay, so it actually works, and then open NVIDIA control panel, and then make sure you're on 240 hertz, okay? Like go to change resolution, and if you're on this ultra like this, you can't be on 240 hertz, so you have to scroll down to PC, click 1920, and then click 240. Okay, there's an option for G-Sync on here. You always want to turn that off. I never play with that on. Every time I get on a new gaming rig, I turn G-Sync off. Don't play with that on. Also, the only setting I change in Manage 3D Settings is this one, Power Management Mode, Optimal Power. I switch that to prefer maximum performance. So your computer is always running at its like fullest potential basically at all times, and not like trying to like save power or whatever. So yeah. Okay, so for my settings on my mouse, I use G-Hub or the other software. It's the same thing basically. Wait. Okay, yeah. For my rate, I just keep it this, like the default. This is just the lighting stuff, so I mean, I don't really care about that, honestly. If you care, then you can fix that. But for my DPI part, this is the most important part for me. I like to only have one DPI option available, so I don't accidentally like switch my DPI mid-game or something. So what you do is you just drag these out, basically. Drag all of them out, and then you'll have one option left, and I play on 800 DPI personally, so that's all I do to my mouse. I don't like change lighting or anything. I just do this, and for the refresh rate on the mouse, I use 1000 hertz. So yeah. All right, if you have this desktop app downloaded, okay, and if your keyboard is doing this, if you buy this keyboard and it's doing this, like this little wavy thing that you see, like no, okay. Like, that would actually just distract you mid-game. Like, I actually can't even browse because this is annoying me. Wait, it's actually annoying. Hold on. Then you have to go to your options here and click lighting effects, I think. Click visor, static color. See now, like, it's just like this. Like, yeah, that's the best. If you're doing it with like the way, like maybe if you're like trying to be cool or something, that's cool. But like, no, if you're trying to be good, take that off. All right, so for in-game, the video settings I use is full screen. You always want to be on full screen. That's how you get the most frames. And for my hertz, I actually use 200 in-game because even with 1080s in your PC and like a really good setup, you're still like mid-fight in Overwatch, you're still not gonna get like 240 constant, so it'll feel weird when it dips down. So that's why I play on 200 no matter what. I'll always have above 200 basically. And for you want to keep VSync off. That's like absolute garbage. Triple buffering, I don't even know what that is, so keep that off. Reduced buffering I have on actually. I think it makes like the input lag a little less or something. Yeah, I don't know why. And I have this on. I don't know why, just fun looking at my FPS, I guess. And for my FPS, I keep it custom and I put it 300, like the max I can have. And all my video settings are just like literally the absolute lowest you could make it. And 75 render because 50 render looks like you're playing like Minecraft or something. So yeah, these are my settings. This is perfect. Okay, so for my sound tab, usually like I keep the Windows volume at 100. So like 100 would be way too loud in this game. I keep it like usually like 70-ish around there, and I usually put the sound effects like somewhat the same. Music I keep off like that. I know Koreans like to have that on, but like I don't know how. That's just annoying during the game. And then this stuff I just drag like that, and then that's literally all I do to the sound. Nothing here. I don't really care about this. Wait, for the Dolby Atmos, like the surround sound or whatever, I definitely keep that off unless like you're really into surround sound, but like it's not good to me. So yeah. And for controls, okay, this is like the sensitivity and stuff I use. I'm a little weird. Okay, so for all heroes, the things you want to have on for sure are allied health bars on, because you want to always know like what's happening during the team fight, like what HP your teammates are at, so you know like if you should disengage or engage. And for most all heroes, I use 9 800 DPI in game, but like on Doomfist I use 7, and Genji I use like 14 or 16 or something. Yeah, 16. Which is really, really high. I would never suggest using this on any other hero but Genji. And then like Hanzo I play really low sensitivity, so it's like it really depends on the hero, but each hero I play like a different sensitivity. I don't know why. Most players play on one sensitivity, but like I feel like I perform better on these sensitivities with these heroes. So yeah. And for my crosshair, most every hero is just this dot, basically. The only one that's different is, it's a size 5 dot, opacity 100, and opacity 100 everything, and size 5. And the only other hero I have something different is Doomfist, which I use like a red crosshair, 188, 100, and a 50 outline opacity. I don't know why, it's just like easier to aim with Doomfist or something with that. But yeah, that's it for my controls. I'm just weird. I don't suggest people to copy me, but like if you want to, then go ahead. But like probably just play on one sensitivity at first to get used to that sensitivity. And for everything here, like I keep the like everything absolute default it could be. I don't change one key binding whatsoever. Actually, the one thing I do is like, since I have ADHD, I have like a habit of spamming hello like in game, like emoting or whatever. I did that all of season 1, and it was like, it like gave away my position at most times. So like I literally went to the menu, and I think it's C. Like I literally unbinded the C to open it was this one, communication menu is C, and then you hold it and drag it. Like I unbinded that because I was doing it too much. But yeah, that's it for this. So if you guys like this video and you want anything that I use, any gear that I use, then click here.